balbesit hier. As die Noord-Transvaalers 'n vaskop kan kry, is hulle steeds daar in 'n aanvallende posisie. Die Vrystaaters aan die ander kant, die sal baie vinnig wil skoonmaak en wegkom. Na Andre Joubert toe daar van Stompie voor hier. Dit lyk na 'n baie goeie skop van hom. Gerbrand Grobler wat baie ver moet terugval. Word feitlik op sy kwartlyn, is 'n geweldige skop en dit lyk my tot die vlag is omhoog aan die oorkant. Die bal is nog oor die kantlyn gerol. 'n Baie goeie skop van Andre Joubert. Die man daar in beeld kom daar van Dundee en Natal af. En dis die middellyn wat hier net regs van die skerm lê. Dis van binnekant sy doelgebied 'n baie goeie skop deur Andre Joubert.
28, 16, 33. Kom Jan.
Ollie Schmidt wat ingooi. Andre Kloete wat oorklap. Dis oor die kop van Stompie voor die Vrystaaters wat is sukkel om daar oor die voordeellyn te kom. Dis Helgaard Miller wat hierdie keer die tikskoppie probeer. Hendrik Kreur wat bykom. Daar's 'n strafskop aan die Vrystaaters. Moontlik is Helgaard Miller daar gestamp sonder die bal. En nou is dit Hendrik Kreur wat gaan sit. Nou kom ons kyk of ons kan kyk hoe dit gebeur het. Dis Stompie voor die wat hom daar in die hande kry na Gysie Pinaar. Sien dat hy effens in die lug moet spring om hom raak te vat. Die Vrystaaters wat nou begin dan Helgaard Miller met die tikskoppie. En dan word hy daar deur, dit lyk vir my Philip Bronkhorst tog half van die arm gekry en effens van balans afgestamp. Waarskynlik nie met opset nie, maar die oortreding is daar en hier is geleentheid paal toe vir die Vrystaaters. En dit is weer Andre Joubert wat die skop gaan aandurf. Nou daar's 7 punte verskil in hierdie stadium en die Vrystaaters sal baie graag die agterstand wil laat krimp. Nou dis lank. So 2-3 tree binnekant Noord-Transvaal se halfgebied. Maar redelik na die middel van die veld toe. So dit is nie baie skuins nie, maar dit is lank. Joubert weer eens hou hy hom baie laag, maar die plaas omhoog en die agterstand besig om te krimp. Vrystaat wat so 3 punte nader kruip aan na die 13 van die Noord-Transvaalers en hulle staan op 9. 8 minute verstreek in hierdie tweede helfte. Noord-Transvaal 13 en die Vrystaat 9. Joubert wat vroeër in die eerste helfte met 'n skepskop geslaag het, wat dan ook nou 'n strafdoel aanteken. Die skopwerk oorgeneem by Gysie Pinaar, wat Vrystaat se eerste punte aangeteken het met daardie lang strafskop die vroeg in die wedstryd. Maar nou is dit Piet Bester, die vaskop voorryman van die Vrystaat, wat hier aandag kry van die noodhulpmanne. Lyk of hy hier op die oog ergens probleme het. Lyk of hy 'n taamlike hou weg het daar. Die Westelike provinsie 12, Oostelike provinsie 9, daar op die Boet Erasmus stadion in Port Elizabeth. As Botha wat spel begin, hou hom baie effektief hier naby sy voorspelers. Hy moet teruggeval word deur Burger Geldenhuys. Werner van der Merwe wat kom pla, maar die Vrystaaters het die bal vorentoe geklap. Noord-Transvaal se ingooi. Pieter Durant. Noord-Transvaal wat hom gaan kry. Stompie, tenminste Durant naas Botha. Probeer vir Andre Joubert. Maar dis Janie Els wat onder die bal inkom. Die Noord-Transvaal se voorspelers baie vinnig daar om min te slaan. Wen heelwat veld in die proses. Vrystaaters so bietjie stadig om by te kom. Fourie nou na Joubert, Frans Wessels na Helgaard Miller, na Ewens Skeepers. En hier is 'n groot veld voor hom word agterna gesit van 'n Bronkhorst by Frans Wessels aan sy binnekant. Nog steeds op die voete kom dan middelveld langs is nog steeds Ewens Skeepers in die hande daar van Jaapie Wessels wat die bal verloor. Die Noord-Transvaalers wat bal gooi. Baie goeie beweging deur die Vrystaat wat gekom het daar van binnekant hulle kwartgebied af. Noord-Transvaal se bal, Pieter Durant wat vir hom wag. Naas Botha. Van die uitskop nie, word nie aangekry deur Andre Joubert. Hy 2-3 Noord-Transvaalers voor hom, dis 'n hoë. Naas Botha wat 'n skoonvang gaan benut. die Els, of is dit André Kloete wat probeer pla en naas Botha wat hierdie keer geen fout maak nie en groot verligting bring vir Noord-Transvaal. Ek sien nie, dit is die middellyn wat net verdwyn na regs op die hoek van die skerm. Dit is net binne kan die Vrystaters halfgebied. André Bester, kerel wat hierdie seisoen nog begin het in die Irawa span, die tweede span van die Vrystaatse Universiteit, maar nou reeds 'n gevestigde instelling geword het hier in die Vrystaatspan. Hy gaan gee ook ondersteuning daar as Stompie vir dit wegkry. Geysie Pinaar, Helgard Miller wat die gaping soek na Frans Wessels. Word in die hande gekry hier deur Alex Thompson. Hy is naas Botha na Andre Joubert. Hy word geplan deur Philip Bronkhorst. Kan 'n goeie skop word hierdie van Andre Joubert, is 'n uitstekende poging.
Andre Joubert het 'n baie goeie wedstryd vandag, Christo. Sy posisionele spel is uitstekend, sy lynskoppe elke keer die kantlyn gehaal.
Dis Werner van der Merwe, die kerel met die baard, die vir die Vrystaat voor. Word daar deurgegaan deur die Vrystaaters se Okkie van Sail, goed ondersteun. Stompie Fourie na Geysie Pinaar, na Frans Wessels, soek die gaping. En die oorkant doen dat een van die skippers. In die hande van Helgard Miller gaan hy ook vlag toe, hy moet hom kry. Dit was 'n lyn staan waar die Noord-Transvaalers, daar kom hy Geysie Pinaar, na Frans Wessels, sterk center, jy sien hoe hy die gaping daar soek. Goed verdedig daar. Kry dit nie behoorlik weg nie, ewen is die skippers kom daarby. Met 2-3 Noord-Transvaalers by hom, vind hy vir Helgard Miller aan sy buitekant. En Helgard Miller gaan hoekvlag toe en hy druk sy 4de 3 van die seisoen.
Sy net kyk die baie goeie rol van spelers soos Eben Skeepers. Dis 'n baie begaafde speler wat nooit met 'n bal dood gaan nie.
Sien hoe hy daardie springbal baie mooi optel, koppe ook aan sy buitekant vir Helgard Miller weg stuur. En intussen is die doelskop van Andre Joubert nie daar nie. Maar die telling is nou gelyk op met 13 minute verstreek in die tweede helfte. En die Vrystaat dan nou met 'n agterstand van 7 minute, of van 7 punte begin het hierdie tweede helfte. Het sake dan nou gelyk gemaak. Naas Botha. Hier een wat vir sy voorspelers pragtig aan. Kerel wat die bal baie goed plaas vir sy voorspelers. André Kloete wat hier van die verkeerde kant af inkom. En dit is nie die soort fout wat 'n mens teen Noord-Transvaal kan bekostig nie. Onmiddellik naas Botha wat beduie dat hy paal toe gaan skop.
Christo, die fout was heeltemal onnodig. Dit kan Vrystaat hier te staan kom, veral teen 'n speler soos Naas.
Ja, Botha, naas Botha, is die voorste puntemaker die seisoen in Suid-Afrika. Hy het hierdie wedstryd begin met 160 punte agter sy naam in 10 wedstryde. Dis 16 per wedstryd. Hy tref goed. Hierdie keer slaag hy nie. Andre Joubert wat in die hande kry daar agter. Druk dood. En die telling is steeds gelyk op. Die Vrystaat 13, Noord-Transvaal 13. Geysie Pinaar wat besluit om diep aan te val. Dis 'n bal wat baie goed geplaas is. Sentimeters binnekant die speelveld van die grond. En daar is heelwat veld gewen deur die Vrystaat. 'n baie effektiewe skop van Geysie Pinaar. Die Noord-Transvaalers se Uli Schwik wat moet ingooi.
18-26.
Ja, die Elsvraag gaan vasmaak vir die Vrystaat by die losbal graag sal wil hê. Stompie Fourie na Geysie Pinaar. Hy na Frans Wessels, na Helgard Miller kan hy deurgaan. Hy is nog steeds op sy voete, maar trek Helgard Miller en hy kom op drie, sy tweede van die wedstryd. Dit was Noord-Transvaal se ingooi en die lyn staan hulle verloor hom. Dis Geysie Pinaar wat baie mooi daar in die gaping vir Frans Wessels gee. Hy na Helgaard Miller. Hy sien daar voor hom 'n gaping, kom daar deur. Klop ook daar vir die agter die rug van Gerbrand Globber vir hom. En dit is dan Helgaard Miller wat sy tweede 3 van die wedstryd druk en Vrystaat loop die eerste keer voor.
Agterlyn van Noord-Transvaal heeltemal hier onkant betrap. Baie bedrieglike spoed die Helgaard Miller met sy lang tree. Sy tweede 3 in dieselfde hoek binne minute na mekaar.
'n Doelskop wat weliswaar baie laag trek, maar tog hoog genoeg is om oor die dwarslaat te seil. En daar is dus 6 punte by vir die Vrystaat. En dit word 19 vir die Vrystaat. As Andre Joubert daar terugdraf, 19 vir die Vrystaat, 13 vir Noord-Transvaal, 16 minute verstreke, daar is 24 wat oorbly. En enige span kan nog hierdie wedstryd wen. Vrystaat wat baie lelik mistas na 'n bal. Burger Geldenhuys wat hom kry plus 2-3 Vrystaaters die rand. Daar in die hande van Alex Thompson na Naas Botha, na Philip Bronkhorst wanneer die gaping probeer kom. Die gaan hom aan die oorkant in die hande kry. Leon Wenzel nog steeds op die voete. Ja, meneer Muller het hier aan die diskant, terwyl die spel daar aan die oorkant aan die gang is, kom hy na die diskant toe om 'n skram te kom beveel. Hy het gewag vir voordeel. Wat is nie gekom het nie en hulle gaan skram. Hier waar die Vrystaaters waarskynlik die bal vorentoe geklap. Nou daar sien jy die telling ook op Ellis Park in Johannesburg. Transvaal 25, Noord-Vrystaat 9. Vrystaat wat dit vaskop. Nee, dit is Noord-Transvaal wat hom tog hier gaan kry. Pieter die rand. Hier dan Alex Thompson en Naas Botha. Gijsie Pinaar en Andre Kloete wat vir hom alles te boog gaan dop. Vrystaat wat die losbal soek. Frans Wessels wat hom wil kry. Agtertoe na Japie Wessels. Spel nou so 'n bietjie gedesorganiseerd. Gerbrand Globber wat baie ver moet terugval. Hy vir Chris Badenhorst en Andre Kloete hier by hom. Nie goeie skop van Gerbrand Globber nie en die Vrystaat het ver vat gewen in die proses.
Vrystaat lyk op die stadium van die wedstryd baie gevaarlik, Christen.
Interessant dat Noord-Transvaal nou 2 bewegings probeer het met Alex Thompson daar in 'n loskakelposisie. Stompie voor die wat op die hande klap. Andrei Wester wat moet ingooi. Dit is so 10 tree buitekant die Noord-Transvaal se kwartgebied. Burger Geldenhuys na Naas Botha. En hy gaan heel wat veld vir die Vrystaat wen met hierdie skop. Vir die Noord-Transvaalers. Nou ja, daar is so 20 minute verstreke in hierdie eerste helfte. Vrystaat aan voor met 19 punte teenoor 13 en vir kommentaar tot aan die einde van die wedstryd Chick Henderson en Des Sinclair.
And each side has scored 2 tries and Stompie Verree out to Gijsie Pinaar. And that's a long testing kick, difficult for Gabriel. Well taken by him. He grabbed it on the second chance and plenty of time and he's made sure. So the scoreline, interesting to see a Northern score with 3/4 of the match gone and not a penalty scored by Northerns. They have a goal, a drop goal and a try, and Free State have a goal, a drop, 2 penalties and a try. So identical scores except those 2 additional penalties by Free State. And it is nice to see the side that are actually playing the better rugby and being ahead, because Free State are throwing it around. And penalty there for obstruction in the line out by Northern Transvaal. And the penalty to Free State, and Andre Joubert will see if he can add a 3rd penalty. Gijsie Pienaar's kicked 1 penalty so far and Andre Joubert another, and both 1 try has been converted by Andre Joubert.
There's no getting away from that at the moment. The Free State tails are way up. Incisive, quick handling, good hard running is paying dividends.
At one stage, Des, I thought the Northern forwards were getting on top in the front row. I think Pete Wester was battling a bit against Heinrich Rogers, but there have been less scrums lately.
Yes, that's true.
Anyway, this is a long kick. He's hit it well. Has he pulled it? Yeah, pulled it to the right of the post, and Naasbotha deciding to open it up. Gives to Hendrik Creer. And Hendrik Creer tackled by Chris Badenhorst as he kicked. So important to chase everything. That turned what could have been a good kick into a hurried kick they didn't gain much ground at all because of the tenacity of this little Chris Barden horse, who seems to chase absolutely everything. Barden horse is a student. That's Jannie Els at the back there. Tap back by Jaapie Wessels. Stompie Fourie, well tackled. Burger Gelden is coming through. And Barden horse with it. Not going to hand very well, but cleaning up done by Frans Wessels. Into the hands of Naas Botha. Outside he's 22. And there's that long kick into Casey Pienaar's hands. And what will he do? He'll probably kick a long one parallel to the touchline. Yes, he has. And Gerbrand Grobler deciding to run. Jannie Els tackling him, or trying to tackle him. And has it gone into touch? No, Casey Pienaar under it. Tackled by Grobler. Manages to get it back to Stompie Fourie. And tackled by Burger Gelden as he got his kicking. And Northern surging back onto the attack. They'll be determined to get back into this game. 19 points to 13, Free State lead. Remember, they've got the same number of points in the Currie Cup. And it looks like a hold-up, and there's an indaba going on by all the Northern Transvaal forwards there in a huddle, having a chat, a team talk. Naas Botha coming in to join them. Burger Gelden has laying down the law. And it'll be Uli Schmidt to throw in. Uli Schmidt, son of Northern Transvaal captain and Springbok, Louis Schmidt. Charles Rousseau took it there. Heinrich Rogers, Durant Botha out there to Alex Thompson, who did the kick for position. But that was one perhaps he might have kept in the play.
I think under those circumstances he should have.
Anyway, he's put his side into a very good positional attacking position. About 12 metres from the Free State line, but it is Free State to throw it. Werner van der Merwe at 2, Okkie van Zyl at 4. And tap back. Naas Botha with it. And high tackle, yes, the referee waited for advantage, but a clear high tackle on Naas Botha. And here is an absolute gift penalty for the Northern Transvaal captain. Let's watch it again, perhaps. Yes. See what an easy position it is to get 3 points by Naas Botha. So you'll have a very good view of this from directly behind the posts. Yeah, Naas Botha doesn't miss that. So that's his first penalty. And it means that Northerns have now scored a goal, a drop, a penalty, and a try. One of each. And for Free State, a goal, a drop, 2 penalties, and a try. 19 points to 16, and obviously anybody's game. Northerns will try to keep it tight, play for position. I think Free State will continue their tactics of running the ball from every opportunity. They have certainly got seemingly an advantage when they do run the ball at Northern Transvaal. Long kick, Gerbrand Grobler decides to kick. Inside to Bronkhorst. And not a bad kick by Philip Bronkhorst. That's the 10-meter line of Northern Transvaal. Andre Bester, number 2, having a chat with his scrum half to decide where to put it. That's Adolf Balan at the back there in your picture now. We'll tap back, Steve Ayson with it. Good play by Free State. Stompie Fourie looking for support, and he's got Andre Kluter. Good run by Andre Kluter. Help by Jannie Els. This is lovely forward rugby play. Now if they can get it back, they have. Casey Pienaar. Backs went in position properly. Now they'll want it from the ruck again, but Naas Botha gets it. And Naas Botha saving the situation. A long raking kick there from near his line. Well, that was a case if Free State could have got that ruck ball back the second time, they would have been in a very good position, but the man going down with it, instead of laying it back, lost it, and Northern Transvaal got it.
This surely is pulsating stuff. Both sides are not giving in. As Chick once said, that we thought the Free State was going to crumble, but no, they're standing their man at the moment.
That's the halfway line. Andre Bester to throw in. Burger Gelden at the back of the line out. Jaapie Wessels, number 7, next to him. Casey Pienaar, and he decides to kick for possession this time. And is it going to be a good one? No, Grobler's got it. Not an easy angle for him. Into the hands of Andre Joubert. And is he going to try a drop goal? Well, the referee said offside, I think. Yes, the Northern Transvaal players were within that circle. They were within 10 meters of the man catching the ball, and therefore in an offside position. He asked them if they'd like a scrum from where the ball was kicked or a penalty from where the infringement took place, and that was 10 meters from where the man caught the ball. And it was quite clear that the Northern chaps were definitely offside there. It's often a law that spectators don't realize, but you must be 10 meters from the man catching the ball. And if you're less than 10 meters, you must retire to get outside that 10-meter radius. You can retire in any direction towards your opponent's goal post, if you like, or towards the touchline. But this gives Andre Joubert an opportunity for a difficult kick. It's about 4 meters inside the Northern's half, and he's hit it well. Yeah, a beautiful kick.
Well, you can't say much about that, Chick. That was a magnificent effort.
And an important kick because, as you see, it's given a difference between the scores of 6 points. So if Northern score a converted try, they'll only draw level, so they'll have to score twice at least to win this game. It didn't go 10 meters, but played by Free State, advantage. Steve Asen with it, and referee waiting for advantage, and there it is. Casey Pienaar hasn't found touch. Nice Butter making his angle, and from inside his 22, that's obviously the right thing to do. Make sure of your touch. Nice Butter looking a little bit worried. Left for play about 12 minutes, and it is Free State leading 22 points to 16. It's Heinrich Rogers in the front on the right. Behind him, Adrie Geldenhuys for Northerns at number 2. On their best of the throw in. Tap back by Northerns. And there's possession for them, picked up by Charles Rousseau. Not dominant. Free State going forward, but Hendrik Creer with it. Tackled by Asen. That's a torrid ruck there. Where is the ball? It's a maul. It's still in the air. Good work by Oki van Sail, but Northerns get it. Out to Alex Thompson. Well taken off his toes by Andre Joubert, but directly into touch. And it'll be a line out opposite where he kicked. So a pretty even game with such a fascinating contrast in styles. Willie Schmidt to throw in. Willie throw deep to Rousseau. Good tap back for Free State. Casey Pienaar opening it up again. Helfrich Muller. Difficult one over the head of Leon Wenzel. And into Gerbrand Grobler. And he's a chap who loves to run with the ball. He scored a few tries, scored 4 tries this season already. Burger Geldenhuys getting possession after the tackle. And will Northerns get it? Looks like a pile-up. The referee's got to decide which team was going forward, because that team will have the advantage of putting the ball in.
It's nice to see that Northerns have also picked up the point of running at the opposition now. So I think for the last couple of minutes we're going to see a real pulsar here.
Well, I think Northerns realise they've got to do everything possible to score a try. Jean-Biffery, Casey Pienaar changing direction. And that kick for position again, and it's a beauty. Casey Pienaar, the most experienced player in the Free State side. Played nearly all of his provincial and international rugby as a full-back. And now a great comeback after that terrible injury he had just over a year ago. And the referee says that was closing up in the line-out before the ball came in. Not a penalty, a free kick. And Nice Butter taking the opportunity of getting as far away from his try line as possible. Steve Asen in the front, Oki van Sail behind him. Oki van Sail, who weighs 118 kilograms. His hobby is his dogs. Loves his dogs. And this line-out, that's Werner van, that is Kluter. Behind him, Jannie Els, Burger Geldenhuys. Taken by Charles Rousseau for Northerns. They want it back. The back is Jan Locke trying to find where he can get into the act. And it's Jan Locke with it now. Tackled by Andre Kluter. Burger Gelden is groveling for it, but the man with it at the end was Jannie Els. And the referee says that there's someone, Northern Transvaal, coming in the wrong side of that ruck. Free Stater rather, coming the wrong side of the ruck. And Naas Botha trying to get in a good attacking position. Not one of his best, but a safe touch. Left for play 8 minutes. The score, Free State 22, Northern Transvaal 16. Each side has scored 2 tries. Northern's on the attack. Good jump by Andre Kluter. And the referee says obstruction in the line-out. They are being held down and penalty to Free State. Andre Kluter with his left foot to take it. Good kick. Andre Kluter's had a good game. Kicked 3 penalties and converted a try and kicked a magnificent long-range drop goal. Van der Merwe. Adolf Malan got it and picked up by Uli Schmidt, but robbed there by Kluter. Casey Pienaar, Frans Wessels. And Frans Wessels with his power giving to Helgard Muller. Long one over, but doesn't go to hand. Going for his Jaapie Wessels, number 7. Sophie Fourie with it, Casey Pienaar. Challenged by Heinrich Rogers and Adolf Malan. And ball still in play, Leon Wenzel with it now. Steve Asen tackles him. Rousseau handing it back. And Northern's running. Andre Kluter picked up by Jan Locke. And who'll get this ruck ball? Northern's look like it, yes. Naas Botha and Bronkhorst out to look like put it forward. Yes, the referee's right there. That pass from Bronkhorst to Hendrik Creer was forward. And Free State ball. That is the Northern Transvaal 22-metre line.
It's good to see the way the Free State centres are running into the gap before they're passing out the ball. So it's totally committing the opposition to tackle, but in the meantime they're working an overlap on the flank.
And Des, I think you've noticed when Helgard Muller scored that one try, the wonderful running off the ball by Helgard Muller, because Frans Wessels with his powered his way through, and Helgard Muller didn't have really any space at all, so he ran outside his opposition and running off the ball, and when he finally got the pass, he was in a perfect position. Now that is good centre play, isn't it?
Well, Chick, you know, the adage is also this, that you must always back up and also come round, and as you say, it is exactly what he did, and he was rewarded with a magnificent try.
Well, the injured man seems to be all right. Now you can see what a good position Free State are in. It's their ball. There's a good, interesting score. Eastern Province leading by a single point against Western Province. And here is a drop goal attempt by Andre Joubert. He's hit it beautifully, and is there a lovely drop by Andre Joubert. And that's his second drop goal of the match. And it gives a 9-point lead to Free State. Here it is again. There's Andre Joubert. See how he has his head down. Lovely follow through. And that's a lovely picture. So Free State are leading by 1 goal, 2 drop goals, 3 penalty goals and a try. To Northern's 1 goal, 1 drop, 1 penalty and 1 try. It's the ball. Referee waiting for advantage from this ruck. There it is. Naas Botha. And it's Alex Thompson, well tackled by Frans Wessels, booted on by Casey Pienaar. Hendrik Creer back. And what will he do? Inside his 22. Not much else he could do. Once again, Free State chasing all the way. It was Casey Pienaar following up. There's Naas Botha, captain of the side. And he's got 4 minutes left of ordinary time. Having a word with the referee. The crowd don't particularly like that, but the captain's always entitled to ask the referee for an explanation. Perhaps he was complaining there, who knows. So, Andre Joubert to throw in. Up for a tap back there by Okkie van Zyl. Stompie Fourie, Casey Pienaar has got Wessels with him. Frans Wessels powering his way through, but the final pass not going down. Bronkhorst picking up. And The referee wants a scrum for a handling fault. And this is bang in front of the posts of Northerns and about 30 metres out. There's the Northern shove. Free State still managed to get it. Casey Pienaar running into trouble. And a penalty to Northern Transvaal, perhaps for impeding a man without the ball.
Yeah, it looked like it.
So it's a long one, a quick one. Nice Buerta. And knocked down by Jannie Els. The referee says knock forward. It wasn't really a charge down, it was a slightly deliberate knock forward. That's the halfway line. 37.5 minutes gone in the second half. Incidentally, Christo Ferreira went off injured after 15 minutes play, and that number 17 is Peter Durant, the replacement, Pretoria University scrum half. Netherlands have it. Scrum not swinging. Nice Buerta up to Bronkhorst. And there on the right to Leon Wenzel. Tackled by Eben Skeepers. Northerns again. It's out to Thompson. Nice Buerta. And in the line was Uli Schmidt. Hendrik Creer with it now. Uli Schmidt. Burger Geldenhuys is there, but it's Durant. Back to Nice Buerta. Keeping the ball in. And Stompie Fourie. Touch judge's flag was up. So it is a line-out. 38 minutes gone. Second half. Free State 25. Northern Transvaal 16. Big Willem van der Merwe. Well taken by Adolf Milan. Drive by Heinrich Rogers. Jan Locke at the back there waiting. Number 3. Burger Geldenhuys number 6 going in. Jan Locke with it now. And he's doing that rolling maul. Charles Rousseau. But perhaps it might have been better to get it out to the waiting three quarters.
Northerners look a little bit rattled at this stage.
Well, it's desperation stakes. There's only 1 minute of ordinary time. That's Adrich Geldenhuys, number 2 in the line-out. In front, Heinrich Rogers. It's a deep one. Taken by Adrich Geldenhuys. Northern's controlling it. In the ruck. Young Locke. Surely they should give it to the back. There it is. Nice Buerta. On his own. Nice Buerta. And there was a tough tackle on Nas, and Charles Rousseau going on with it. Good drive by Northerns. They must get it back now if they want to score. Back it comes. Lovely bit of work there. And kicked ahead, but a little too far, one feels. And first there is Andre Joubert. And it'll be a 22 dropout. Only 20 seconds left of ordinary time. A long kick-off by Free State. Bertrand Grobler having to go all the way back here. Now what will he do? He'll want to run it. With the sands of time running out. Helgard Muller is there. Hendrik Creer, that's Uli Schmidt. Frans Wessels tackling him. Hendrik Creer again. That's Alex Thompson with it. Alex Thompson. Jan Locke. Now they must lay it back. That's good possession. Nice Buerta. This could be dangerous now. Nice Buerta looking on the inside for support. Northern's looking for second phase again. But it's going to be Free State to get it, I think. Yeah. Oh, and there they're climbing into it. That's real rough stuff. Rousseau and Andre Kluter. This is disgraceful stuff. The referee trying to stop it, but completely unnecessary. Burger Geldenhuys, number 6. All of them getting stuck in. Absolutely unnecessary. And Adrich Geldenhuys still going at it. It's such a sad thing to see the end of what's been a great game. It's been super rugby with the ball being thrown around. There's some lovely back play by Free State, lovely rolling mauls and good forward play by Northern Transvaal. And to end like this is unfortunate. And the referee is going to talk to the touch judge to try and establish who the first offender was. But I think that doesn't detract from the fact it's been a lovely game of rugby.
Well, it's been a very absorbing game. And I must say that unfortunately today there has got to be a winner, because the Currie Cup is getting on in its way, and these teams were level pegging at 6 points each, so there has got to be a winner today.
Well, we hear that as the final score. Eastern Province has beaten Western Province by 16 points to 15, and it was a result that having seen Eastern Province play on their home ground this season, is not entirely a surprise, but disappointing for Western Province. Perhaps they'll decide now is the time to rebuild and think of next season and get some young, promising players in, and they've got so many in a big reservoir of very fine players down there in the Cape. So 2 points on the Currie Cup log to Eastern Province and none to Western Province. And it looks as though it is Nas Botha getting a bit of assistance from the official Northern Transvaal doctor. And so far we've had elapsed time in this match, 42¼ minutes. So we've had 2¼ minutes of additional time, and the score, as we said before, is 25 points to 16. So there's, it means 9 points lead. It means that Northerns would have to score at least twice in order to win. Here it is again. Let's see if we can see how this starts. The ball coming out. That's Andre Fleury waiting for it. Unlock in an offside position, and yeah, there it starts. But hopefully we're going to get on with the game. The first aid men are off the field, and it looks as though it's going to be a scrum. And it looks as though certain people are being sent to the cooler. It looks as though Charles Rousseau has been sent to the cooler, and it looks as though Yanni Else has also been sent to the cooler. So one player from each side, and it's going to be a penalty to Northern Transvaal. Right behind the post on the one side is Charles Rousseau for Northern Transvaal, and we'll have to wait until after this kick to be certain, and it's going to be Nas Botha with the penalty. Nas Botha with a kick about 11 metres inside the Freeshed half of the field, and he's hit it well. A good kick by Nas Botha, and that's a penalty. 25 points to 19, and that is the end of the game. A game that has been a super game, marred only by a disgraceful bit of punching towards the end of the match. But let us remember that apart from that, it was a super game with the try scorers for Northern Transvaal, Pete Beyers and Leon Wenzel, both in the first half. And in the first half also a drop by Nas Botha, one and a conversion to Nas Botha.